Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan if you guys are new here. I want to do kind of a cool different video today. And this is complete spur of the moment kind of thing right now because I have a call in 5 minutes, I think, 10 minutes with a new client, a potential new client. She hasn't submitted her deposit or anything yet, so this is completely potential, but I really think it's gonna be an actual client. So I wanted to show you guys how these kind of calls go in just real life, like what I ask her and kind of what I go over. I'm still not an expert with these. I still get kind of nervous talking to people. Like, I would say I'm not completely extroverted. I am a little bit introverted, so these calls can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but when you go in prepared, knowing what you're going to ask, and it just kind of flows. So I want to show you guys and kind of take you guys with me as I talk to her. And so first off, before we jump into that, I need to preface with the fact that I actually sent her a questionnaire about a long time ago. This was actually last year when she contacted me, and then COVID hit and things just didn't seem to be in the works anymore, so we took a little break. She contacted me about 3 months or 2 months ago. That's when I was in the middle of just being completely swamped. So I told her I could help her, but not for a couple months, and now we're here. So we're gonna talk about her project. She has a pretty quick due date, ideal due date, which is February 14th, and it is January 7th right now, so that's about a month. But I want to show you guys the questionnaire a little bit. I'm not going to give away all my secrets, but I used Dubsado. I'll leave the link down below if you guys want to use this too. It's really helpful to send your clients to get an idea of what they need, but I always put, what is your ideal due date? I also put, do you have content? And I have copywriters I can refer her to. But it looks like she wants to write it out herself, but that is something I'll definitely be asking her on the call, because that can take time through the timeline. So super important to ask is if they have content for their website, and if they don't, tell them that you have a copywriter. There's so many you can find on Instagram, and it's awesome to collaborate with local or with small businesses. So that's what I ask. I ask if she has any sites she likes to look of, so she sent me a few, and she likes this lady's site, which is simple. I really like it too, and that would be pretty easy to do. Now, one other thing she mentioned, which I'm gonna have to bring up, and that is that she needs a payment option. So she needs someone to be able to purchase on her website. That typically for me costs a little bit more money just because that requires me to install WooCommerce. It requires me to integrate Stripe or whatever she needs to use. So that's something we need to discuss as well. But I really want to work with this lady, so I'm not going to give her like a deal. If you start doing that with people, you'll get in the habit of giving people deals. But I am going to talk to her about the money side of things and the finances. And also a quick note, I had her fill out my Calendly questionnaire, which has my pricing on it, so she kind of knows what she's getting into. But yeah, we're gonna talk to her in about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna write down my questions and I will film with you guys what it goes, or how it goes, and what I ask and everything. All right guys, for her I actually just printed out the questionnaire just so I can quickly kind of go through it with her. Yeah, this will help me like write notes on the sides of it too, so.
So far, so good.
Oh, so that's awesome.
We're really lucky. How about you?
Honestly, same. I feel like, although last year was weird, it was also like really good for like my business, and I actually went to Sweden. My boyfriend had a job opportunity out there. So I felt like I kind of got away for a little bit, which was a nice little break, but it was good. I mean, I feel like I had a solid year. It was just weird. It was just a weird year. But yeah.
That's awesome though that you got, to Sweden. That's very cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. It was awesome.
I have a lot of, drama around doing this. I'm nervous and scared and insecure and, you know, just everything that could possibly get in my way, I let get in my way.
Yeah.
So you know, it's like I was even so scared to email you early this morning and say, let's do it. You know, I was like,
yeah.
oh God, now she's really, she's free and she can do this. So forgive me. I'm just going to
no, you're
throw
fine.
that out there up front.
No worries. I totally understand. I know it's like not only scary to take the leap, but like investing in yourself too can be scary, but I'm excited. I think it'll be awesome.
Oh, I'm excited too, and I think you're right. I think it's easy to invest in something else,
yeah.
but not yourself.
I know, it's weird, yeah. I'm the same way, to be honest. It's hard, but
yeah,
it's worth it.
Totally. Okay.
Name is blank. Is there a specific name that you're going to be referring your business to, or is it just your name?
It's just my name, and I have tracygoodfill.com. I thought about it, but nothing is coming to me, and I don't want that to hold me back. And a lot of people just go with their name if they're just selling their own service.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna, you know, it's like you, Megan Weeks Design.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. And then all those example websites you sent me to, a lot of them are just their names, so
yeah,
I think that's perfect. Okay. And then, so when we talk about like the main activities of your business and that you do the one-on-one meetings, you put that you use Calendly or Acuity. I always say that wrong.
I don't use anything.
Okay.
I don't use anything right now, so I was going to ask for your advice. I saw that you use Calendly, and I personally think that that's a great service, so I was just going to go with that.
Acuity is definitely one that a lot of people use on Squarespace because that's the only one that integrates there. So I think that's why it's commonly used, but Calendly, I mean, you can use both of these on WordPress, and WordPress is where I build websites. So it has more flexibility for which programs like that you use, but I prefer Calendly because I just think it's more aesthetic looking, and then you can kind of just like insert it right onto your page of your website. Touched on it a little bit, but so instead of using like Squarespace or those platforms where they provide like everything for you, I'll just go over like the process of how I kind of approach websites. And so what I do is I'll take the styles you like, and then I'll actually go in and like customize the homepage, and I'll give you like a couple different options of the homepage style. And I'm building this on just like Photoshop, so it's not a working website yet. That way it's easy to make like design changes or color changes or anything like that. And then once we decide on like how the design looks, that's when we can create the other pages and make sure the design looks perfect. And then after that is when I basically convert it to a working website. And like develop it. So the design process is usually the longest part just because you're looking at like the little details, like the colors, the buttons, and
then you convert it basically into the website format or whatever, however you call it.
Yes, and it'll look basically identical to the design. It's just easier to like quickly edit the look of it and then just build it out once it's all perfected and everything. And then it just gives you more like freedom to like make it look like no one else's website, because usually when you see a Squarespace site they kind of all look similar, so this is like a nice way.
I was going to let you know. So I started because I thought, okay, she's not available, I really want to get going, I know it's going to be super simple, probably 4 pages max. I'm just going to do this. And so I went to GoDaddy and looked at templates, and I was like, oh God, this is going to look so, like, stock.
Yeah, exactly. I know, that's the problem with, like, Squarespace. And, I mean, I keep using Squarespace as an example, but I think that's one of the most commonly used right now. It's just, they're very, like, basic, I would say, but this kind of gives you more, like, you can, like, add more art to it and make it kind of fun looking, so...
And it's probably, for as little as I am and as tentative as I am with my business right now, it's probably an overkill doing this with you, but I just want to feel really good about it.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think it's nice to have something that you like to look at and you like to direct people to, and that you're like proud of.
And I'm hoping, yeah, exactly, because I'm so, kind of nervous and insecure about everything. And I feel like, gosh, if I had a great website that I felt good about, I would want to put it out there. Like, I'd want to share it with people.
Exactly. And it'll probably make you like more confident and everything.
Totally. So it's all up to you, Megan.
It's all good. I'm excited. I looked at like a lot of the example websites you like the look of, and I really like those too. I think they're like minimal and really clean looking. So my other question would be, like, I know you selected websites, the main thing you need right now, but is there a specific like color palette you want to go for?
Well, it's funny because like I said, I do love blue and green, and I want to be careful. Okay, so I would really love to work with both men and women. I don't want just to work with women.
Okay.
And so I don't want, like, some of the relationship coaches that I looked at were very feminine, like roses and pink, and I don't think that would be good. I think that would make men just shy right away.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's why I love Amy Porterfield, because she's pretty neutral.
Yeah, that's the one I have pulled up right now. I like the look of that.
To be black, but it can be if we decide, that that's better.
Yeah.
But, blue, green, and I do love that dark gray. I think it's so cool looking. Like a tungsten kind of gray.
Yes. Yeah, I love that too. I think that would be gender neutral too. I like that.
I think so too.
Okay, cool. So, and then also, I know we could just put like your name, kind of like how Amy Porterfield has it up there, but do you have like a logo that you wanted, or do you want to just do like a simple your name on the top?
I don't have a logo that I love. Let me send you, hang on, I'm going to send you something that I just played around with the other day. I don't want to get too cutesy,
Yeah. I'm definitely like minimal, so I could definitely take a shot at a few logos and kind of play around with that concept of like not making it too, I don't know, deep, I guess, but also just nice.
Yeah,
looking.
exactly.
Okay. Awesome. So what I can do is I can actually send you like different package options where it can include the logo with it, but since your website's smaller, it's only 4 pages, it'll be definitely on the lower cost of like the range I gave, just because usually some clients will come with like 10 pages, so 4 pages is definitely doable in that time frame too.
Awesome. That's perfect, because that's all I need. I mean, I'm just starting.
Yeah.
And so I want to be able to just have a little something to start with and then grow the way I want to grow.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's a great way to start.
And the other thing I don't want to do is create something that is going to like stress me out to keep going.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not ready for a blog, don't even do that.
Exactly.
Just offer services and go from there, because I can always contact you and say, okay, I'm ready for a blog page.
Exactly. And yeah, I also can help you like monthly if you need that.
That's great too. Whatever works.
So typically I don't really do the copy. I'm just not like that great at it. So I usually will like either refer you to a copywriter that I know, but I definitely read through it when I'm putting the website together just to make sure that there's no like grammar or spelling errors. But when it comes to like making
so I can handle that.
Okay, perfect. Awesome.
And then if I get stuck, or you think, okay, it's worth your time to spice this up, work with my copywriter for, just this first round of things, let me know. I'll feed you stuff, and if you're like, oh, this is not going to pop.
Yeah, and I always feel like in the beginning too, like we were saying, it's okay to just start and get it up there, and then we can always change it throughout the years or throughout the months, so it's not permanent.
Well, because I think people I think people can stall out by
Yeah.
just wanting it to be perfect.
Exactly, yeah. I know a lot of people like that too.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, good.
Out, not in terms of, because you have to wait for me, so I'm going to get you copy and photographs.
Yeah, and so what I'm going to do after the call is I'll send you a few different package options and like payment plans. Perfect. So you can see like what works best for you. And then I actually don't need to wait. I can just start as soon as we like sign everything and we're good to go and we have the timeline set. I can just begin on the design and we can plug in your content after.
Perfect.
So.
Okay, because I'm going to work on the content over the next week, and I'm going to try to get it to you by the end of next week. Okay. Because I figure, again, I mean, I've stalled for so long. I'm just going to start like being brave and sending you things.
Okay, yes, let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay, good.
And then, so yeah, after the home pages are designed, then we can either maybe meet in person or set up another call and like go through the like elements of it and what you like and don't like, and then yeah, we can go from there.
That's perfect. That sounds great.
Awesome. Just finished. Got all my questions answered. That was probably one of my best calls. So yeah, basically I'm gonna work on her proposal tonight and then send it out tomorrow, just so I'm not bothering her in the evening. And we're gonna go from there. So, and I'll take you guys along this project since we're starting from the very beginning. I think that'll be kind of fun to do. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.